All right, hello everybody, welcome back to Astroneer, and there's so much stuff on the floor. And there was talks at the end of the last one about moving, because there's nothing in this spot for me here. Over there, where we have the field shelter, we're connected to resources, and that's big, and it's honestly a real pain to go back and forth, then back and forth to smelt and blah 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 blah. We could train over there, but honestly that's like the same problem almost, where we need to just take everything back and forth for no reason. Why wouldn't I just take all of this and put it over there? And then we don't need to transport anything, just up and down out of the mine. There's a thing about that, which is I can't transport stuff. Really, I can't transport, one of these. I think this is tier 3 item, right? I can't really take my platforms because I can't package anything because we have no graphite, and we haven't seen a single drop of graphite, which is somewhat concerning. I don't think I saw any in Aggregate Hills either. That's also over there, which is, again, another reason why I want to go over there. We have access to, like, 3 different biomes right there. More Boolean Fields, Aggregate Hills, and the Alpha Storm Peaks. What I could do is look, I don't know, somewhere else for something else. I could go this way. I could go through the Storm Peaks that way. And just see what's out there for a little bit. So let's, let's do it. Let's empty these platforms. Or not these platforms, these storages. And put them back on, and then we'll try to pick up some more stuff. We have, like, enough quartz. We have an infinite amount of iron, tungsten, copper, aluminum, compound resin was all down there. Clay's in the Storm Peaks, at the very least. There was no clay down in the real weird place. Let's take the generator. We'll take this. Yeah, and we'll take all the soil. Maybe like a couple less soil. It's kind of hard to fill all those up. And then I don't have anything else to drop. I have half a soil canister here. That's fine. Let's take it, and we'll try going this way for a little bit. Just to see what's over these hills. I don't think I've looked too closely. We came over here, right, to mine our first, like, compound. But I haven't seen anything of what's over here. And there could be graphite. There could be zinc. There could be... I don't know. What am I going towards? I'm going towards both other storms. So the Delta and the Zeta. I'm just stuck. I'm not out of power. There we go. So this is good to know about. There's some aluminum here. This looks like more Storm Peaks to me, which is confusing because it's not near the storm. Unless this is one of the other ones and we're close. Oh my god. Is it just me or the Delta Storm Peak's really high according to this? Or maybe it's just that far away? The curvature, blah blah blah. Okay, more Storm Peaks. It doesn't make me feel great. It kind of makes me feel like we're completely surrounded by Storm Peaks in this starting biome. Because we know there's some that way, there's some that way, there's some this way. We'll keep looking. It's really hard to traverse these is the problem. Because it goes up and down at such a sharp angle that we just, do what we did and build a giant road over it. And if that's the case... maybe we should be looking past our road for new stuff, but let's just see. Just so we don't miss anything at home, There could be great stuff over here, too. Maybe I want to move over here, you never know. Although I kind of know at this point. Yeah, I feel like it's one giant band around this starting area. Which is interesting, because this whole planet is also kind of like these bands if you think about it. Right, this one here, the Alpha Storm Peaks, you're kind of locked in. It's the same underground where it seemed to be just one giant cave biome. And that was, you know, that was it. And then I imagine maybe there's another one when you go lower. And theoretically, if we find our road back here, maybe past the aggregate hills there's something, or maybe that's the Delta Storm Peaks, or something like that, right? And maybe I don't know if we know where we are. No, we're definitely like on the equator back there, I think. Because even when I'm all the way north, north is still north, if that makes sense. So we're not at we definitely weren't at a pole or anything. Okay, let's traverse this carefully. We'll head back over here. Worst case, I get some more tungsten, iron, that kind of thing. Best case, we find graphite and we can package our stuff to take it over here permanently. And I don't think I can move the large shelter. Whatever. We'll have to go back there for the decipher. But things with that might not happen for a while, so that's fine. Let's go over here, and then let's check out the aggregate hills. We haven't taken the tractor into there yet, which is quite important. We've just had a little tiny peek of what goes on here, so maybe there is some good stuff. I'm going to kind of go this way, because we did see at the very end of the last one the little surface tip of... Right, of that giant, you know, core pillar deal. I'm out of organic. Let me just slurp some up here. 2 more for you. There we go. Let's keep that going. Another cave. Awesome. So resin, lots of organic, of course. Maybe some hazards. Okay, these don't appear to be hazards. Just checking. They were red, and that's it's not great. They're kind of hazards for the tractor here, because I saw... Oh, and these are like solid. They're not just like grass. There we go. And we can see what goes on over here. And maybe like this specifically is where I would want to move the shelter, the field shelter to. Because technically, we might be able to make like some mining trains or something, right? That go up and down this thing and... Whoa, okay, yep. It snagged me with the gravity there. Oh, this is weird. This is really weird. Okay, don't fall and die. Okay, my gravity's been switched this way now, and the whole planet's on its side. Okay, hang on. Flip me? Don't kill me is the problem. I don't want to die like that, man. Maybe the gravity's low enough I won't die. Just don't get hit. Just don't get hit again. Okay. Research items. It's a lot of this. It's a lot of rough terrain here, but let's just keep looking around for a bit. Or just try to send it straight through. All the caves kind of look like this. They're so hollow and full of nothing until you get down a little more. Then they're insane. Okay, that's a... I shouldn't be able to do this. Let's try. Is it 2U? No, it's not 2U. Can't do it. Technically, something with the battery there. I don't really care. It could be 3. I'm not going to try. Did I pick that up? There we go. Let's keep going. This part is kind of like a mixture almost, right? It's the same blue-ish as the Boolean Hills, and then there's Boolean Fields. Yeah, that's what it was always called. Okay, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe this isn't a mix. Maybe I'm just on the wrong side. Let's go deeper in here. Sure. What kind of stuff do you have? Okay, that's a hazard almost for sure, right? Your spew flower. Okay, I think that's the poison shooter. Sure sounds like it. Okay, there's some of the spiky guys. There's some research here that should be worth 48. That's miserable. But I guess you're from an organic thing, so you're less? That's terrible. The ones 4 seconds away from my spawn are like 140, and so are these, probably. Hello? Thank you. Yeah. 130, 130, 130, basically. Let's just keep going. Let's keep going. Why not? We have infinite fuel. We have a low risk of dying. We have a high risk of maybe getting stuck. Technically, I could turn on the tractor maybe if I start falling in a hole or before I fall in a hole. Okay. I'm now going towards the Delta Storm again. Interesting. Are there multiple? Because when I was at home, it was that way, but maybe we're circumnavigating or something as well. Is there scrap? Interesting. There's a green thing on the compass. It may be like an exocache. But again, we have never found scrap, which is interesting. Because how would you trade? Can you trade? I don't know. Is it inside of this? No, not quite. Theoretically, it could also be like a vault, but I don't think it is. But it's... Oh, it is an exocache. Okay. Can't take it anywhere, can't explode it. Unless there was like a bomb flower or whatever they're called. Not that. That maybe is a Zelda thing, but... A cataplant. Oh, hello. Desert biome. Clay as well. Outside of the storm peaks. Maybe from the desert biome if these are overlapping a little bit or something. This seems good. This might be where like ammonium is, or graphite, or something much like the moon of the base game, where there's a lot of ammonium. There's a lot of... I think there was a lot of graphite. It might just be copium, but let's try to get in there. There's another one of these pillar things. Interesting, interesting. Do we have a name yet? Cyber Canyon Stop Crash. Okay, that's sure that's intentional. Cyber Canyon. Everything's named like a Fortnite biome here. It's quite thin. And all I see really is resin and exocache. Several exocaches. Interesting. So when we get explosives, they're not that bad to get, which is good because we may not be able to trade. Unless we scrapped our own stuff, which I think you could technically do. But again, no astronium, so you really can't trade for exo chips. At least theoretically no astronium. It could be in the very core. Who knows? I haven't been there yet, so I guess I can't really say. Okay. Looks like more Boolean fields. That, I think, was the... Was it the zinc one? Hang on, I gotta remember these, man, or something. It was graphite. Screw you, I don't have any. I'm looking for it. Is that? That's just that's compound. Okay, just checking. Yeah, this has to just be Boolean fields. It looks a little different, but let me check. Yep. Yep, and there's some more aggregate hills over there. Okay. Interesting. Graphite? Graphite. Beautiful. Would you look at this? Okay. Are those hazards? No, just checking. Let's move this a little closer so oh, you know what? It's everywhere in the ground here, isn't it? Right? Am I crazy, or is it just... Okay, that's just the ground. And maybe a lighting thing in my head, but there we go. Zinc would be the last, like, insanely huge thing. Because we didn't find any underground. And I don't think they would keep it all the way until the Zeta tier, if you will. Why would they do that? It doesn't make any sense. You lose all the real good mods, even the basic ones you can get pretty early in the base game. Your boost, your wide, your narrow. Who's ever used narrow? I don't know. Maybe it's good for something. You know what? While we're doing this, we should also Put this down and then take some soil and maybe turn off that generator. That way I can fill these up for if we need to make a road. We have a full set. Because I'm not doing anything else with the soil. We might as well keep it. And we really want all this graphite. We have several packagers to make. We could... Well, maybe I don't need to do all the platforms. Maybe we can just make extra large platforms now. But I'll still probably pack nearly everything or most things or something. We'll need to do the field shelter for sure. You know, the smelting furnace, obviously, the research thing. And I guess, yeah, the platforms is really the rest. And then resources are going to be a pain to move, but we can at least move them on medium storages. And we can build a nice perma base over here with a field shelter, but eventually we can make a real shelter and swap them out so we can put the field shelter somewhere else. Maybe underground or something, because the underground seems pretty big. We might need an underground base. Or set up, you know, some train deals. Okay, suffocating, or not quite, but let's see. All these are full, which is wonderful. Let's keep one on me, of course. Let's put these down. Not enough, but it can spawn. Is this even in the canyon? No, it was just kind of out here, which is interesting. But I think, yeah, there might be some kind of, like, overlap between biomes, because we've seen a lot of Boolean fields and no graphite. But the second we get a little close, there's graphite. Well, not the second, but you know what I mean. Oh, I thought that was zinc for a second. It's just plants. Thought that was zinc for a second, too. Ooh. Maybe something down in the canyons or some quartz, and that's really it. Because, yeah, zinc kind of looks like that. It's that weird, like... It's that weird zinc shape. Are these more alpha storm hills, or are these okay. No, we're back. Interesting. Alpha Storm Peaks. I guess this is a straight line from my base instead of the weird path I took. I also don't see the field shelter on the map anymore, so or on the compass. So things might be a little weird from here. But we can just go back the way we came, I suppose. That looks like more compound. I'm pretty sure it looks bubbly, but it doesn't look bubbly at the same time. I just want to make sure, because zinc is a very similar color. Doesn't look like there's any down there, any down there. That looks to just be like a giant plant ball. Okay, let's turn around here, because we're kind of forced to. I could build a bridge across, but I won't. Let's come in here and just keep looking for any signs of graphite, I suppose. We could make do with the ones we have, but I'd like a lot more. The only time you'll ever catch me begging for graphite in this game, because I actually want to move. Now, there's some clay. I'll grab some clay. It's not the most common thing we've been able to find. So let's go ahead and just grab some while we're here. And yeah, you want to know long-term plans? let's talk about that for a second. I think the play is the auto extractor and trains in some kind of automation and like larger, extra large resource canisters. So I have a feeling we're gonna need... We might not need a lot of things to beat the game. Technically, right? All we have to do is the main quest, which seems pretty similar to the one I just did. Right, we find the Delta Storm, we travel there somehow. And we do the thing, we do the puzzle, we give it some power, which might be, you know, we might need some stuff for, and then we're done. And we do it again, and then we get to the core and we win. It doesn't sound like it's going to take a lot of resources, but I also kind of just like to. I'd like to play around with, you know, maybe the auto arms, the auto extractors. Because I think it would be really good to just, you know, have, like this, a clay deposit that you put one thing on and it fills up like crazy. You stick a train on it, you maybe do a little automation somehow, nonsense. And then you just have a crazy amount of stuff. And then, you know, eventually it dries up. You'd get 15 times more than you would by hand, so that would be... I haven't gotten much from here, but it would be a lot. And then you find another one and put it on the next one. It's kind of the Factorio gameplay. Factorio has more permanent resources, kind of-ish. You know, but you still have to mine something, pick it up, take it out. That kind of deal. This is compound, right? That looks different. Okay. It's just weird. There's graphite. There's graphite. Beautiful. It is in this biome this time, so I think we've cracked the code. At least graphite near or at in Cyber Canyon. So let's definitely fill up on you. And then I'm thinking this should be enough whenever this is done mining to kind of finish out what I need to move here, and that's great. We get to see a new biome, we get to move, we get to get a little bit of clay, all the graphite I maybe ever need. It's gonna ding me one more time and I'm full. Theoretically. Let's see. No, I have one more slot. So let's put these down. We don't really need to take these organics. Let me put what I can on the burner here. But then drop these. And we can take some more graphite. This is definitely more than enough graphite. In fact, if I get too much graphite, we just have to start rovering the graphite around. So maybe I don't want this. Maybe it would be better if I didn't get it. But we can at least leave some resources on the floor if I don't immediately need them, so maybe it's okay. Right, it was a big one, this one. The other one pretty small. This one's doing me okay. Let's see, even more right there, probably around here. Done, right? There's some... Yeah, that's just the quartz icon. That's fine. We have plenty. We can get plenty. Graphite will also let me open a lot of the... Oh, did I get it perfect? Almost. Again, let me just get one more. Graphite would let me open a lot of the... You know, the little put a resource in, blow the top on the thing pods that we've seen, and we should see some on the way back. There's just free tungsten on the surface as well. Okay, sure, whatever. Can't take it. Don't quite need it because we found a good source, but still. Yeah, I think we want to keep going this way. Eventually we should be able to recognize our field shelter somewhere. And, I think, yeah, we got to go pretty far, because we went through the whole forest here. And that took a minute. That one seems to take power. So we won't be able to unlock it with graphite. Interesting. Blue eggs this time. In the Cyber Canyon only, and then the red ones are over here. Still some clay, okay. Just keep an eye out for anything interesting. I'm stuck. I'm just like hard stuck. I don't really know what on. I thought I ran out of power again, but, like, we're fine. So, there we go. Up. Okay, yep, it was just the plant moving. I'm not getting assassinated by a an animal or something. There's the field shelter icon. Holy cow, you're freaking me out, dude. So let's get back over there. Again, any container things I can pop open? Scrap. Interesting. Only one I've seen. Zinc. Zinc? Zinc. Holy cow, we did it. I need a little bit of quartz. Sorry, a little bit of organic on here. I can get clay other places. I can't get zinc. So let's drop these. This is too much of this, honestly. Let's see. With this, I can take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's make it 10 zinc. 10 zinc will last quite a while. There might not even be 10 zinc here. But again, well, actually, we can use some right now, even. Once we get one, we can make a boost mod. I don't have the smelting furnace. No. It was the only time it might be useful. The portable smelting furnace. Oh no, okay. Oh well. It takes up the same amount of space either way, so that's fine. Just grab as much zinc as possible here. And then we can just drop it off at the field shelter, and then we don't need to move it again. Something like that. That seems good. We can drop a lot of this stuff off. The soil canisters. Need the generator, obviously, but yeah, that's a good plan. That's a good plan. Zinc is wonderful. The next thing we would want, I mean, we have nearly everything. We don't even know how the gases work. We don't have ammonium. We could technically soil centrifuge at some point here. But what do I need ammonium for? I don't really need hydrazine because no rockets. But when I get like the jump jet or something, I guess. Or when I want to use a rocket or something. if we'd like to use it to move around. Lithium would be good for large batteries, and if we're doing trains in like a large base and several bases connected by like train power and stuff, a lot of batteries might be pretty good, medium batteries. So lithium is a thing. It might be pretty far. Lithium is, I don't know, I feel like they kind of restrict it because it's used for one thing: big batteries. You get one, you get a big battery, you're done. You're awesome. And I mean, you could make several big batteries, but what, 4 would output 20 U? That's insane. That's 4 lithium. I don't know. We'll see eventually if we find it, but I suspect it may be sort of past the barrier underground I could not get through. As maybe, I don't know, maybe the gases have to be based on biome, right? Because how else would it work? You just have all of them? That doesn't make any sense. What's even the point in having them if they're all available all the time? So it must be a biome deal. I don't know if there's any more zinc here. It keeps showing me a little bit on the icon here, but I'm not finding any. I may just have to jump in for a second, but only 4 is pretty messed up. We also need zinc for larger batteries with the lithium. I don't think 4 cuts it. Now I will need to dig out of here in order to breathe, so don't go too crazy. There's some more. But Yeah, 4 would get me a wide amount of boost mod. 2 small batteries, and that's it. And that's not acceptable. We may just have to find more, though, because holy cow, am I not getting any. There's some. We're at half-ish oxygen, 40% maybe. And a zinc or boost mod would make this so much faster, you know, both. Use your paintbrush here kind of to dig your way up. Okay, there was something. It's organic, though. Awesome. Hopefully I'm at the top and we're right here and we can just breathe. Okay. That one needs power. Nothing else is going to cut it. Aluminum, or not organic, compound. Okay. So take note, zinc, I guess aggregate hills. Okay. This is more stuff. Am I... hang on. At some point I saw the field shelter. There it is. That one is home this way. Right? Yeah. This has to be the field shelter. There's no way it's not. If it's on this side of the storm. And obviously this lines up with where the storm peaks are, because it's on our left and blah, 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 blah. More aluminum, out of power, out of organic. I do have a couple, huh? Let's put these down. Wonderful. Large amounts of stuff. Okay, we are... I'd like to say back, but I might actually still be pretty far away. It looks like there's some curve left until I get there. Little early. We definitely are still in the forest, huh? Or the hills, and... well, the field shelter is not. Okay. Yeah, there it is. I see something. There you are. Okay. And there is... you know what? I can use a graphite right here to get a little something. Now, the question is... would I like to base up here, next to the tether, which I kind of need until I get an oxygenator. But I think I would like to base over there next to the tip of the crazy huge pillar. And your research. Okay, that'll be worth a crapload one day. For now, I mean, we can connect the tether with quite a bit of organic. We can connect the tether all the way over there. Then place the field shelter over there, then move. I think it is the move. And I think that's correct. Anyways, weird episode, but we got our 2 objectives done. 3, I guess. We have graphite, we have zinc, and we have a moving plan. I suppose. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow to enact some of these other plans and move and package and do some things. Anyways, I'll see you then.